So we have an uneventful evening coming up, which is great. Always good to not go to tribal. Happy to not be there. Um, so we got a box. 9 times out of 10, something like that happens. And if you're a fan of the show, and this is where clearly people aren't, because my tribe didn't seem to know what it meant. That probably means that like the other side got like a box opener, blah blah blah. We all get together, we open it up, and there's our merge feast. Inside that will likely be some kind of advantage, but also like new buffs or whatever. We're merging, is what it seems like. That's the long and the short of it. After this vote, which, if that is the case, I was not ready for, and I am not ready for. Thrilled to make the merge if that is the case, but it changes things. Um, there was like a decent chance we could lose the next challenge whenever that might be, and then suddenly we're in a position where we get to like vote out some more dead weight. Um, Ideally, that would have been Blaze. Probably would have voted out Blaze. No offense or anything, but like you weren't playing the game the way I wanted to or the way Taste wanted to, so we were going to probably look to cut out Blaze. And at that point, we would have been in a really good position. And now we're in a good position, but not ideal. So the math works out accordingly. We still have 4 OG cheese on this side, and there are 3 over there. So that's 7 of us. There are 5 beef. Okay, so let's say worst case scenario, we lose Jose. I think if a cheese does go home, it'll be Jose, which sucks. But if that does happen, we're 6-5. We still have the numbers. That's big, but we have the numbers in a place where we can't exactly go getting ambitious and cannibalizing our own, because as soon as we do that, we'll be tied. So we'd have to be in a position where we keep on pushing the advantage, which means we'd have to target beef first just for the sake of security so that we can maintain the numbers and then go after cheese, if you follow my thinking. I'm not sure if I follow my thinking. I'm talking this out more so than telling you all what the grand plan is, because I don't know for sure. But we want some wiggle room. At some point, the tribal lines will blur. At some point, the tribal lines will fade. And then at a certain point, it's just going to be survivor, every person for themselves. Well, that's kind of how it ends up going. The idea here is the longer we can keep the lines up, the better of a position I can find myself in, the better position Taste can find himself in. So keeping those lines up is generally kind of good early. I just don't like that our first vote is going to seemingly come down to just numbers, and I don't see how it couldn't. Um, Drake at this point, I believe, is just in lockstep. Like, she'll she's a team player and she'll do whatever, which is great for a first vote to get settled in the merge. I would like for that first vote to maybe be a little easy so we can get our bearings, and not rush. Because, see, this is kind of nice the way this times out. If we do merge tonight, we have a long time before a challenge and then a tribal to actually form some stuff. So that's actually really good. I don't know if that was seen as intention. If it was, bravo, as opposed to having to rush, right? Because if this happened on Tuesday and then we merge, we have a challenge right away and then no chance to do anything until tribal, which kind of stinks. So this would be pretty good. The question is, do we want to start getting ambitious? I'm still of the mindset that there's a couple decent scenarios that I really like. One of them is me, Jose, Merc, and whatchamacallit, Taste, obviously, kind of going up against the big fellas of Cedric and Spokes. Feels like a good way to go about it. I think the issue with that is that Merc as well as Jose kind of identify as being a swing position in that place, because I do think it'll be 2v2, and that does seem to be where the perception is at. So I don't know. The other scenario that I also really do like is kind of, put it this way, I will 100%, and I am going to ask for both Hash and Spokes. I am going to ask to be in an alliance with them and Taste. I'm going to talk to Taste about it. I hope he goes for it. If for nothing else, to have a room where we can just talk shit to each other. But there is a real world of, like, what is that? There's a real scenario. That's what it is, where the four of us do actually decide not necessarily to work together, but to play together, and to be a little bit open, maybe, about what it is we're doing and trying, because I think it'll be a lot of fun. If my read on this is correct, and I still think it is, that Hash and Spokes are kind of the hard workers over there. I want to be in something with them. I want to do something with them. So I'm hoping for good times if the merge does happen today, and it seems like it will, which is great because I'll have so much free time tomorrow to like do stuff. So I'm excited for that. But yeah, this is all speculative. I'm mainly making this video now because that box showed up at camp. Um, I, I'm I have to imagine that there is a merge feast in that box. That's just how the fucking game works. So we will see. Still happy not going to tribal tonight, and everything is just peachy otherwise. So we will be hanging in there. Looking forward to the next challenge. It may very well be an individual immunity challenge. Wouldn't that be fun? I'd like to win a lot of those. It would be really fun to win quite a few of them. I will tell you, the idol paranoia is very real. Once I merge, I'm gonna have to be talked down the ledge from playing that thing every night. I'm just gonna want to make sure I'm there the next day. That's kind of where I'm at. I just want to make merge, and once I make it, I am not focused so much on final tribal as much as I am just being able to play the game one more day. That's all I really want. So I won't consider it a waste if I play the idol and I don't need to, because I'll know that I was just guaranteeing myself a spot. I don't really care about 2 spots ahead or 3. Plus, no one else really knows how to find idols except for Taste and I, so maybe if I play one, we'll just find the next one anyhow. We'll see how it goes. So yeah, Survivor, baby. It's gonna be fun.